Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Season 3 ALTTPR League reveal stream. I'm Fear Agent. With me today, I've got the one and only Frostbite 3030.
Hey, Fear, what's going on? I wanted you to actually know there are actually two of me. We shift off, but you got the good one today.
Oh, good. Good. And also with us today, Dante. Show the guns off, dude.
Yo, what's going on? We gotta flex a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So I hope everyone's super hyped because, we're doing the league in 2020 twice. The last I heard in the end of season 2 from Dante was we would see season 3 in 2021. Yet here we are.
Sometimes I say dumb things, and I'll admit I was wrong.
Yeah. So basically what happened is there's things going on in the world, and things got mixed up. And we worked with the main tournament admins, and we kind of flipped spots. So I know everyone's hyped for the main tournament. That'll be coming out early next year. But we wanted to make sure that there was something to fill the void. And so here we are for season 3, and it's going to be hype. So why don't we get into it? We've got a lot to cover, and there is a lot. So let's just get it going. How about that? All right, here we go. ALTTPR League Season 3. What is the ALTTPR League? I've talked about this a couple times now. And Banty, you want to give your shot? What are we doing here?
Well, it's a team-based event instead of a 1v1 event, but we still like that 1v1. So it's teams of 3. They compete during the season. They play various modes, and they get crowned champion. That's all you got to do. If you play all the modes and you win all the modes, you get crowned champion. Seems easy.
Yeah, easy enough, right? All right, so we've done 2 seasons of this. Season 1, we started out with only 16 teams, which seems crazy at this point. Our champion was Team Sugoi, Team Awesome. Season 2, which was earlier this year, we planned on doubling the size from 16 to 32. And we ended up somehow with 64 teams. Turns out it didn't matter because Team Sugoi, Team Awesome ran it back for season 2. So we've had 2 seasons and 1 champion, which leads us to season 3, which we are about to start off next week. We've got now the Invitational, 4 divisions with 32 teams. And we've run in an open, which has 8 divisions with 54 teams. I don't know if anybody's good at math or not, but that's a lot of teams. So
yeah, I'd say so.
16 to 64 to, what is this, 86? Well, unbelievable. I guess huge shout outs to Big Dunka for the ladder and the Go Mode podcast guys for really helping this community grow. And that's an insane amount of players. And we're going to cover it all here today. So here we go. Let's talk a little bit about the Invitational. Dante, I'll give it to you for a second.
All right, sounds good. So Invitational, there's going to be just 4 divisions, 4 divisions of 8 teams. It's going to be the Kakariko, Lost Woods, Misery Mire, and Skull Woods divisions. The top 3 teams from each of those divisions is going to qualify for the playoffs, with the division winner basically earning a round 1 bye. So that's the same format we've been at for season 1 and season 2, and we're going to continue that for season 3 here.
All right, and then we've got the open, and what we did with this is anybody could join. We put no limit on it again, and we just said sign up, and boy, did everyone sign up. So we've got 8 divisions, Eastern Palace, we've got the 4 Light World, the 4 Dark World, and then for the playoffs, we've got the top 2 teams from each division qualifying for the playoffs. There's going to be no buys in the open this year. So the real question is kind of what are we playing for in all of this? So with having an invitational and an open, there's something to kind of play for with the open. The top 7 teams in each division in the Invitational League are guaranteed a spot and invite for season 4. in the Invitational League. So as long as you're not the last place, you'll get that invitation back. Now for the Open, there is 54 teams. The top 4 overall from the Open League will be guaranteed an invite into Season 4 Invitational League. So there's something to play for here. And you got to get through 50 other teams to make it to the Invitational, which is pretty crazy.
That's a pretty tall order overall, but I think these teams are up for it.
For sure.
Yeah, going to be a ton of competition in that Open division. I just want to say that I'm just so happy that the ALTTPR League only took 3 seasons to get into promotion and relegation. It really is awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so what does the schedule look like for us Frostbite this season?
You'd think I would have read up on this beforehand, but no. Week 1 starts off with co-op all dungeons, one of my favorite modes. Love that the league's starting off with co-op right with a bang right up from the start. Week 2 is open. Week 3 is your casual boot, so that's going to be your standard sword uncle boot start race. Really fun mode. Week 4 is the spoiler pilot key sanity mode that premiered, I guess, last season, I should clarify, which is another really fun mode where one player has the spoiler log for a key sanity match and the other player is doing the running. Week 5 is mystery with, I'm assuming, similar flags as to last year. Week 6, 80 keys, my personal favorite mode. You want to full clear the game? You want to do it as effectively as possible, and you probably are going to go to GT and find out what you're looking for is not there. And then the last one, week 7, co-op Randomizer, opening, closing with co-op with Randomizer. I believe it has shuffled bosses as well. It's going to be an absolute madhouse. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. So the one piece of feedback we got from the first 2 seasons is more co-op. Everyone just loves to do co-op because it's a great mode. And the fact that you got teammates, why not play with them? So we've got the co-op all dungeons kicking everything off. Honestly, that's my favorite mode. We've got the spoiler pilot key sanity, spelling there, for week 4, which is something that was introduced last season, excuse me. And that, puts a wrinkle on the whole spoiler thing. It is super intense and super fun, and it stressed me out. The thing that we wanted to do was we wanted to add another co-op mode, but we weren't sure exactly what to do. So we thought the whole idea of co-op is trying to communicate and trying to get as much information as possible. And with Randomizer, it adds so much more of that mystery of what kind of boss are you going to get at the dungeons, and so it kind of throws a wrench in the whole all dungeons co-op. So it should be fun. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So this 7 weeks of the regular season, and then we'll hit the playoffs. We're not gonna cover much of the playoffs. All that's in the rules docs. But why don't we get to the teams in the divisions? We've got a lot to cover here because we've got 54 teams. So why don't we take a start at the Open League with all 54 divisions. And let's take a look at the Eastern Palace division. So we've got a lot of new teams. We've got the Hylian Rhapsody. We've got I Saw Rambler Jump Out of the Vents. New Hyrule Order, which is a favorite of mine. Spoiled Leftovers. The Long Shots and Will Pull Ped for Food will be batting the lap in the Eastern Palace division. Any thoughts on these teams who you guys got coming out of these divisions?
I mean, my first thought is always oh my God, there's a lot of names on the screen. This is hurting my brain. My second thought is, I'm Canadian. It's Thanksgiving this weekend. I don't want my leftovers to get spoiled. So I'm going to cheer, I think, for the spoiled leftovers that are coming out of this division. Honestly, I'm just picking teams to pick fights with people and whatnot here. So it's all in good fun. But I know they've been in the league since season 1, and they're really good players. And I think they can pull this one out.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Spoiled Leftovers looking really good here. Got to give a quick shout out to Temp joining the Long Shots. We got another GMP host in the league now. So that's 2 out of 3. Maybe one day we'll get Herfy Derfy as well. But Long Shots looking good with that addition of Temp.
Yeah, I'm actually liking the new Hyrule Order. I don't know if it's just the 90s wrestler in me or not, but That logo is hype, and I think they've got some contenders in there. So
yeah, but I guess the question is, are they the white or the red, right? That's all that matters.
That's new, man. New Hyrule. This ain't the Wolf Pack.
My bad.
Yeah. All right. So that's our Eastern Palace division. Going forward, we've got Desert Palace. We've got Boomer Friendly, Hyrule Track and Field, Land of the Blind, Please Clap, Skewed by 6 Cubed, and Swedish Rubbers. Some of these teams are from last season. We got a couple new ones in here as well. Oops. Sorry about that. Tell me who you guys like.
I think there we go.
There we go.
I think I like Hyrule Track and Field to come out of this. I really wanted to pick Please Clap because I absolutely love the name and it made me smile when I read it. But again, there's some good teams. I think Swedish Rubbers is going to put up a good show. Some of the other players I've never heard of, which always just means that they're going to be way better than I give them credit for and make me feel bad about underestimating them. And you know, I don't know. I think I'm going to pick Hyrule Track and Field.
Yeah, this division looks pretty good as well. I really like that we do have a good mix here of returning teams. We also have some new ones. Seeing a lot of GMP Mentor Tournament. I always assume if you're in the Mentor Tournament, you're a newer player. So it's good to see that those guys are still, together, forming up teams too. So I really like the name Please Clap. That really, that's my favorite. So just because of the name, I'm going to go with them. I hope they do well in this division.
Yeah, this is going to be a really competitive division as well. I'm a big fan of the name Boomer Friendly. I really like that logo as well, with Link standing next to the old man. The skewed by 6 cubes, 6 cubed is a great logo as well. I got to take Swedish Rubbers with Marith, Oro, and Hobo Jim though. All of them have been playing for a while now and been improving greatly. So another really tough division to pick, and Land of the Blind back again. So they've been playing a lot of the ladder. I've seen those guys on the ladder a lot. So, gotta bring it. You gotta bring it. All right, moving on. We've got Tower of Hera. The 16-bit nerds are back. Ambiguously canon content. Beard Force 1. We Need a Mentor. The Mire Straits. Link Finds a Way. And Guardians of the Galaxy Brain. Frostbite, tell me who you got. Frostbite with the push to talk.
Oh man, yeah, push to talk. Sorry, you know me.
I knew it.
Link finds a way. Who are we even kidding here? You don't even have to look at a second logo to pick a team here. I want them in the main league next year. I love this team. I know when we saw their logo last year, it blew up, and that's what I'm cheering for. The rest of the teams might as well not even exist. No offense to the rest of the team, even though I just greatly offended you.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I got 3 teams that I just can't decide between as far as the players and what I know about them. 16-bit nerds, obviously looking pretty strong. We Need a Mentor, also looking very strong. And Guardians of the Galaxy Brain, I'm kind of expecting to see these 3 at the top at the end of this, potentially. I could be very shocked. Beard Force 1's another strong competitor. I don't want to basically set the whole division at this point. So this one's going to be exciting.
I gotta tell you, the Mire Straits logo gets me. That is speaking to me. That is great. I mean, honestly, if we're gonna go divisions with best logos, this division might just win best logo all around. I mean, the We Need a Mentor logo is great. I'm a big fan of that 16-bit nerds logo. Yeah, this is great. I have no idea who to pick because I feel like there's any of these teams could come out of here. We Need a Mentor, I think, is kind of peeking through, though. I see those guys doing a lot of practice. So, all right, on to Castle Tower. We've got Blue Balls, Fromps Time, Ganon is Sus, Les French Canadiens, River City Ransom, Stoops Troop, and Zelda's Chocobo Squad. Dante, let's start with you. Who you got coming out here?
Honestly, 2 teams kind of sticking out to me here. Stoops Troop and Les French Canadiens looking really good. Probably expecting to see both of these near the top. We got to, I guess, address all these Among Us memes that seem to be popping up here in these team names. I like it and I hate it all at the same time.
Yeah.
So we'll see how well they age come season 4 in the future.
Frostbite, who you got?
Yeah, I think Dante nailed it. Those are the two teams I'm looking at. I think River City Random has a great name. I love the series as well as some really good players on their team as well. But I feel like with the inside help of Vitorp, I feel like the Stoops Troop, I mean, obviously if this was combo randomizer, I feel like they'd be really strong favorites to win. Just in the regular ALTTP, still super strong players. I'm going with Stoops Troop.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with Fromp's time. I feel like those players are a little unknown. At least some of them, as far as in the larger community, but we saw some of them from last season, and they put up a really good fight. So I expect a lot from them. Of course, with Ninban and Rywek and stuff, you can't go wrong there. And then, again, a bunch of teams that are just really good. So that is the end of our Light World Open Conference. Let's take a look at the Dark World. We've got the Palace of Darkness, and we've got 7 teams here. All I Want for Christmas is My Two Good Bees. Another Blue Balls team, Blue Balls United. It's Mitts, OK Game, Team Moya, the All Hyrulean Rejects, and the Bonking Baguettes. Dante, again, who you got?
You know, I really want to go with Blue Balls United because I like the addition of a similar team name, but yet, kind of adding a whole league of soccer or football, as it is known in the east of the Americans or Americas. but yeah, man, it's really hard to pick with these. They're just all they're all good. So Blue Balls is great. I think Team Moyai is also going to be pretty strong here as well.
Yeah.
So some returning names as well.
For sure. Frostbite.
Yeah, I think Blue Balls United is going to put up a good show. Moyai as well, really good runners. But, my heart is cheering for All I Want for Christmas is My Two Good Bees.
Of course. Of course. Great name. All right. On to Thieves Town. We've got the Kakariko Brew Crew, Nuclear Zoo, Spaceballs the Random Team is back, Suba Castlevania Lollipop Chain Reaction. Wow. Tipsy Tavern Toasters. My new favorite name for a team, Untitled 2 Docs. And I'm never going to be able to get this. Oops, da war on och night. Never going to get that. Never going to get that right. Apologies right away. Dante, who you got?
Well, first I gotta plug this because I had Herfy Durfy, our co-host that's actually German, say that name correctly for me yesterday. So that'll be on the episode Wednesday. But I gotta, between the two, I just want to see a super buzz throwdown between the Kakariko Brew Crew and Tipsy Tavern Toasters. I'm looking forward to that one.
There's gonna be a lot of drinking in Thieves Town this year.
Yeah, that seems to be the trend. And the Suba Castlevania Lollipop Chain Reaction, that team name is so good. I want them to win just so we have to keep saying that name a lot.
The logo's great. Frostbite, who you got?
First of all, I want to see the video of the Brew Crew and the Tavern Toasters hammering beers before their races. That's going to have to happen to verify that week. The second thing is I'm cheering for, I think, Team Nuclear Zoo. It's just an absolutely insane concept to me, a nuclear zoo, and I want to visit it. But I like their vibe. I feel like that's very 2020.
Yeah. I mean, I have to go with Untitled 2 Docs. Just the greatest. That's the greatest. Big fan of that. All right, on to Turtle Rock. We've got Black Lotus, Dark Side of the Triforce, Grouchy Old Men, Hovering Sick Kids, No Lamp, No Go Mode, OOTR, Dream Team, and Senin, and the Cool Rush Gamers. Frostbite, who you got?
That's a great question. I feel like I like Black Lotus to take the division here. Also, Odor Dream Team and Senate, I laughed out loud when I read that team name. I thought that was pretty funny. And I think the Grouchy Old Men is another team. I'm old. I'm always cheering for the old people that lean into it. So those are the 3 teams I'm randomly picking, basically, to make it out of it, because I think they're all pretty competitive, and there's a lot of new runners I'm not familiar with who I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah, I'm looking at Black Lotus potentially to take this division, if everything goes chalk with it. Cool Rush Gamers, another team that is back from last year, and some strong runners there as well. So looking to see them do well as grouchy old men like Frostbite said. So yeah, this should be a pretty interesting division.
I'm a big fan of that hovering Sick Kids logo. That one's great. I'll probably go with Black Lotus. Going to sacrifice, tap it for 3 mana and take that to the win. Turn 1 Black Lotus, can't go wrong with that. All right, Ganon's Tower. We've got Amish Paradise, Barely Faux Palms, Missing 2 Bows, Noble Foxes, Noble Foxes Academy, Rando Digging Gamers, and Tony Hawk's Pro Smith Chain. Frostbite, hit me.
I just want to say that the recruitment academy at Noble Foxes is clearly on point. Not only have they got their main team into the open division, but they've got their sub academy into the open division. I've never seen this in European soccer. This is incredible. But I am cheering for Tony Hawk's Pro Smith Chain. When I got my PS2 way back in the day, the only game I had with no memory card for like 6 months was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. It burned a hole in my brain, and I will ever be thankful for it. And yeah, I love that logo. It just made
the logo is great.
Yeah, the logo to me, I looked at it and was like, yo, how did they modify the sprite? And then I realized it's just the dude with the hammer up, like, you know. Yeah. So it's a perfect, it's perfectly done. I love the MS Paint touch at the top as well. But I also love that we've got both of the Noble Foxes teams in here. Those are going to be really interesting to see. We've got Missing 2 Bows now instead of just the one. Mm-hmm. So I guess that, you know, with the progressive bows, that seems to be the case. But Amish Paradise, also another pretty strong team here. So yeah, this one's going to be pretty good. I mean, if they're in the Ganon's Tower division, I guess they're almost done with the game already, right?
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning strongly on picking the winner of this division for that reason alone, to go all the way.
Yeah. I mean, how can you go wrong with Fart Explosion in Tony Hawk's Pro Smith Chain? Doesn't get better than that. All right, so that's our open league. A ton of teams will be battling it out. Again, top 4 teams out of the open league will guarantee invites into Season 4 Invitational League. So super hype, ton of cool new players, ton of returning players. It's just exciting to see this whole thing just grow. All right. Here we are to the main event. Let's talk Invitational. We've got 4 divisions to cover. Let's take a look at our first division. We've got Kakariko. Here we go. Kicking it off big, we've got Error 216 with Lane Arier and a new member of the team, Big Dunka. Give me some thoughts real quick on Error 216. And how did they not win Season 2?
I mean, rando get a rando, right? Everyone loses once in a while. This team is going to be a strong force in this division. I'm personally very grateful to Dunka for his trackers because it saved so many of my runs in various games. Big shout out to him on that front. But yeah, this team's really good. Delane, Nair, and Big Dunka are all really good runners. You know, depending on who they get in various weeks, it could break well for them or not. I think as we'll see, a lot of these conferences, divisions are incredibly stacked, and I think they got a really good chance to go all the way. Yeah,
Season 2, 13-1, only lost 1 game in the regular season, ended up making the division finals and got knocked out there. Next up, we've got Komodo Hypers, previously known as Framey will do an interview if we win, previously known as Kinda Random Retired, and now here they are as Komodo Hypers. We got Framey, we've got Hyung, and we've got a new addition, Chex Human. Dante, break it down for us.
This team's pretty solid. I mean, we're going to say that a lot today, right?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. In the Invitational, there is no free win.
Yeah, like there'll be 3 times. Well, there'll be 3 times that we'll downplay a team, and it'll be like our 3 teams, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this team's super stacked. The addition of Chex Human's really good. I mean, Super Nintendo Taylor was on this team. Basically a lateral movement in my mind. No, I mean, not that they don't have anything to gain, but I don't think they lost anything either. So very big powerhouse team. I expect them to do really well. Another 13-1 team from the Season 2 regular season. They made their conference finals as well. So looking forward to seeing how well they do.
Yeah,
I'm just really glad we don't have to face them in week 8 glitched mode.
yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, we've got Up Got Good. So last season operation was Get Good, and now they've got good. We've got Wall Kicks, Nelson Alex, Sir Link-A-Lot, all back. Went 8-6, made the division finals. Sir Link-A-Lot, tell me about this team.
Sir Link-A-Lot is on this team. I'm Frostbite Fear.
Sorry.
I like this team. I'm going to maybe question the name change. Not that I don't think it's accurate. They're good players. I just think it might have the potential to bring some negative karma into the thing. Like the game's going to be like, oh, you think you got good, right? So I might actually think about fading them in my bracket pick. Not that I don't think they could win. I just think that brings in some mystery in a game that is all about nonsense, right? So
For sure. All right, back again. We've got Pug Trio with Weighty Words, Futon, and Andy. Went 11-3, made the division finals. Dante, break it down.
I mean, these are 3 very well-known names, or rather, I should say 2 very well-known names. Weighty Words and Futon, powerhouses in this, and some guy named Andy. But season 2 record of 11-3, like you said, that's nothing to scoff at either. And, the division finals, they went up against, I forgot who it was, but it was a crazy opponent. And it's just, like we said, Rando gonna Rando. That was the team a lot of people had going very, very far into the playoffs, but just didn't happen. We'll see if they're on the warpath to get the championship this year, or season rather.
Yeah. Moving on, we've got the Bomb Squad, previously known as Team We're Bad at Team Names, with Sinak, Adrianic, Rick, and FC Coughlin replacing who was on the team last year. It was Clifford. Yeah, thank you. 9-5 in their season, made the division semifinals.
We'll give Fear a break on the pronunciation. He's been working a lot on this. It's
man, I'm tired, man.
And F. Coughlin. I just wanted to say, normally you think of the Bomb Squad, you think, these are the good guys that are here to defuse the bombs. I don't know. I look at that logo. That's not necessarily the vibe I'm getting. Psyduck is wearing the bomb as a necklace. I just want to point that out.
Sure is.
I'm very alarmed by this team, Fear, and I'm going to be keeping a close eye on them.
For sure. Moving on, we've got the Sexy Gannons, Frede, Fant, and Yagamoth, who went 11-3, made the division semifinals. This team is quietly super strong. Don't necessarily have the biggest names. Yagamoth's a pretty big name, but this team will mess you up. Dante, break it down.
Yeah, Freddie, Fant, Yagamoth. I mean, those are names you may not hear a ton, but these guys, you check ladder records, they're going to be up there. And just seeing that season 2 record, 11-3, they were up there last season as well. So I really expect a good showing out of these guys. I really, man, I just hate that I'm in this division. That's all I got to say.
Speaking of that, we've got the Titans Mitts of 2019. The full name, actually, the 2019 Titans Mitts of 2019. Thank you very much, Dante. Went 10-4, made the division finals. Frostbite, what do you think of this clown team?
I think it's a really good strategy just pretending that 2020 never happened. So that's a really good starting point. This is a team that they've been in our team's division for the past years. I think we've met in the playoffs maybe the last 2 years. I don't remember, but really good team. Just super happy we're not going to be playing them in the same division this year. And yeah, Dante's going to downplay them because they're his team, but they're really strong. Nep and Idiom are really good players, and like everything, it depends how the matchups break and who has good and bad days on a particular day.
And finally, we are the Imposters. New team to season 3. We've got Ace Zero, Waterloo, and 2-time champion Hitzian, 1337. Dante, break down this new team for us.
Whole brand new team with 3 really good runners. I mean, what else could you ask for, right? Ace Zero, very good. Waterloo, also very good. Hitzian, I think we might know that name from the league. I'm not 100% sure. Fear, do you recall that guy?
No, I don't know. I don't think I've heard of him.
Okay, I had to ask. But yeah, this team's basically a sleeper with not having any season 2 record. So they're going to be a powerhouse. Look out for them.
Okay, yeah. So Look at this division. This is our first division. It's got Error 216, Komodo Hypers, Op Got Good, Pug Trio, the Bomb Squad, the Sexy Gans, Titans Mitts, and We Are the Imposters. How do you pick a team to come out of this division?
I mean, you either just do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or you just randomly pick one. That's how you do it, I guess.
So who are you eeny, meeny, miny, mowing, Frostbite?
I think Komodo Hypers is going to come out of this division. I feel like they got something to prove, new teammate, they're going to be coming in hot. But, I wouldn't be surprised if it was, honestly, any of the other teams. It's really tough.
I mean, I don't know. I think I've got a lot of faith in Airy and Thalane. I picked them to go pretty far last year with Boyne. They've upgraded to Big Dunka, shots fired. And I really like Error 216.
Yeah, if I got to pick three for this, it's Error 216. It's Pug Trio and also Komodo Hypers, with a very close fourth place for Titans Mitts. We're going to channel that 2019 energy and, shock the world maybe or something stupid.
All right, so that's the Kakariko division. Let's take a look at the next division. We've got the Lost Woods still in the Light World, and let's start with our first team. They're back for a third time, 2 Pearl, 2 Furious. We got Scary Olive, Os, and Trinex. Who wants to take this team?
I'll do it.
Go
I
ahead,
got
Eddie.
you here. So 8-6, they missed the playoffs. Look, don't let that acting a fool, basically throw you off. This team's really good. I expect good things from them going forward in this division.
Yeah,
for sure. Next up, we've got I Like Big Boots back again. GGW got Zero Rush, and we've got our boy Relkin went 13-1, made the division finals. Frostbite, tell me about I Like Big Boots.
I think this is a really good team as well. I mean, everyone knows who these runners are. They're good runners. Relkin's putting up a really good show on the ladder recently, and I think they're going to be a tough team to beat. And I think that if you ask them, they'd probably think that they went out a little early last year, and I think they're really going to be hungry and coming strong in this season. For
sure. Spoilers, this is my pick for this division. Last Locationers back again, Season 3. Lin, Illis, Goomba, and with Team Awesome, no more. They got knocked out the first 2 seasons by Team Awesome. They made the conference semifinals 11-3. I mean, can he get better than Lin, Illis, and Goomba? I don't know, man. I don't know. Dante.
Oh, man, this team. I've been saying that this whole time, but, man, this team is I'm really glad they're not in my division. Just throwing that out there. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how well they do. With Team Awesome gone, I do expect them to go a little further, we'll say. Maybe all the way. We'll see how that goes, though.
Yeah, this might be the hottest team coming in right now, I feel. Goomba and Lin in particular are just on fire. And, I feel like this team, it's just going to come down to whether or not they got the character to move on further than they did last year.
Yeah, I'm expecting big things from them this season. Next up, we've got Major Mistakes, Alex Hacks, Catabat, and Tedo. Frostbite, what do you think? 8-6 made the division semifinals last season.
Yeah, again, another really good team. I feel like I picked Tedo as the number 1 player. I think he's in the German community, if I'm not mistaken, who impressed me last league. There was so many of them, but he was the one that the first time I was like, oh yeah, this guy clearly has been playing a long time. He just maybe isn't in the English community as much, and I just assumed that no one exists out of that, which is obviously my mistake. But yeah. I think this is a good team, and I think they're going to be tough in this division. That's no slight to them, but I mean, that's said about everybody, and they're not gonna go down without a fight. Yeah,
for sure. It's a really strong team. Next up, we've got Never Do Chickens, a new Season 3 team. We've got Allison Dracaris, who I'm excited is now part of the league, and Wolfie. Dante, another new team. Break it down for us.
I know their team name is a reference to Ocarina of Time, but man, you always have to free the chicken in Chicken Hut. I just got to throw that in there. But yeah, three very good runners here. I expect them to do pretty good. They're going to be kind of the unknown with that, new team formations. We've seen that before, but I do think this team's going to do very well in this division.
Yeah. Go ahead, Frost.
Three super strong runners. I just think if I was in this division, I might, beeline Chicken Hut just to see how far they're going to push this team name. But other than that, this is a really solid team.
Yeah, man. Drax is one of my all-time favorite runners. So to see him in the league it makes me pretty excited. Next up, another German team. We've got Team Hime. I think that's how you say it, with Ravis. Another one of my favorite runners, Kermit and Dragon Strike. Went 8-6, made the division finals. These guys, you do not want to play them spoiler Key Sanity week because I see them practicing it all the time. Frostbite, let me know about Team Hime.
They're a really good team, and then this is another team I feel with something to prove is probably the wrong word because that's not what I mean. But they would feel that they didn't make it as far as they should have. I feel last year in the playoffs, and they're a really good team. I think if you look at the new team logo, they're super focused, super serious. We'll just hope there's nothing on like Smith chain again or whatever for Kermit. But other than that, I really like this team, and I think they're going to be a tough out like almost everyone.
For sure. Next up, the spoilers are back. Zelga Disan, Dr. Marty Zero, and Shady Force. I mean, underrated. Went 10-4, made division semifinals. Can this team be underrated? I think they are. Dante, what do you think?
I'd say they are. All of them super good runners here. All of them, from what I understand, really do enjoy spoiler mode. So I'd be looking out for them as well in the spoiler keys week. But, made division semifinals in season 2, 10-4. That's nothing to scoff at. So I expect to see these guys doing pretty well as well.
Yeah, man. Super good. Final team in the Lost Woods division. We've got one more new season 3 team. We've got a triple dino disaster with Shireen, Ayoshi, and Schulz are new to the league. Frostbite, these dinos gonna destroy some stuff?
I mean, this all depends, of course. Will Yoshi and Schulz be able to carry Shireen through the league? I guess the other thing is like if you've ever played co-op Shireen, it's like, will he try and win, or will he hide the silver arrows from you, or send you to Laser Bridge to pick up a shield that you thought was the Quake medallion or something like that? So, if Shireen's all in and being a team player, I think this team's going to be pretty good, but he's sus.
All right. All right, Dante, who you got coming out of the Lost Woods division?
Dude, I really like Big Boots. Not just for the name. Those guys, I think, really want to go further than they did last time. So I'm expecting to see them come out. Triple Dino Disaster is another team that, obviously being new, but I do think with the record they've had in the past and how they're playing all recently, they're going to be one to watch out for. Man, this division, just like last one, it's going to be a situation, I think, of all these teams are going to play super well. We're going to see a really high level of gameplay. And it's just going to be who did the one thing to get that W. So this division for third place, I think, is very much up for grabs. Yeah.
I think, again, I already said it. I've got my faith in the Last Locationers. I think that team is just so good. In a division that's already stacked, I have a lot of faith in them. The one thing is we don't have cross keys this week, so they don't get that advantage over everyone else like they normally would. But I don't think that's going to stop them from last locationing and still winning. That's how good those guys are. All right. On to our next division. We've got Misery Mire. We're now in the Dark World. Let's start things off with But We're Buddies. Back again, Fantalis, Chelsea, and Locke went 8-6. Just missed the playoffs. Frostbite, tell me about But We're Buddies.
I think this is another team with something to prove. I know I wish them the best of luck starting like Monday night at about 10 p.m. Once my match with Locke in the Free Enterprise tournament wraps up. But other than that, I think this is a really fun team. I know I've watched Chelsea stream some and Fantalis as well, and they're good runners. And yeah, like you said, they almost made the playoffs in a stacked division last year, and I think they're going to be coming out hot.
Yep. Should be good. Next up, we've got Did You Check Your Boot? Werfjig, Revenant, and Tam. 9-5, made the division semifinals. Kind of a team that going into season 2 was a bit unknown to me. They came in and made themselves known. Dante, tell us a little bit about Did You Check Your Boot?
Man, I'm just copying Fear with everything I got to say. But what I was going to say about these guys, the same thing. Season 2, I wasn't that familiar with them. I had seen these names, didn't really know, how to quantify skill with said names. And then they did make quite the name for themselves. And I'm looking forward to seeing them, progress that here in Season 3. So that 9-5, I think, was just kind of a warm up. We might see a better record out of them this season. We'll see how that goes for them.
Yeah, it is going to be tough though, because again, these divisions are so stacked.
Yeah,
including our next team, Double Dippers, with Edump, Moogle Charm, and T-Stu 14. Frostbite, can you give us a little information on this team here?
Yeah, definitely a good team. I love T-Stu's profile picture. It's my favorite one out of the whole group. I think, they're going to be tough in this division, like you would say. I know Edump and Moogle Charm are not, like, you say they're newer runners, but they're not, like, 3-year runners like some of the people. They probably been playing a year and a half maybe, and they're improving a lot. And T-Stu's been around for a long time and is a good runner. And, like everyone, they're going to be tough, but should be able to put up a good fight. And I know they've been doing a lot of co-op stuff too, which is obviously, you got to get your generic skills better, but having good co-op communication can save you a whole bunch of time in those races, and I think it'll help with them.
Yeah, for sure. Did you check your boot? And Double Dippers definitely created a rivalry last year with as many times as they played each other. I think they even had a tie in the playoffs. So it'll be fun to see them to go at it again. Next up, we've got Forfeiters R Us with Humbug, Recidador, and Dataplet. They going to be able to make it through this, or they're going to get too many forfeits, Dante?
I think with Data changing his ways and not forfeiting, this team has a shot at it. I'm not going to say they're a lock, but I think they got a shot at it. So, I'm looking to see all these teams play. Like, I'm just super excited to watch this level of competition because I'm blown away at how stacked these divisions are. It's like you see one, you think it's another group of death, and then it's like, oh wait, no, that's the group of death. And here we are again. But yeah, 3 solid runners on this team: Humbug, Resi, and Data, all really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing if they're going to be able to make it out to the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think they have something they want to say. I mean, they're 8-6 last year, which is a winning record, but they did miss the playoffs, so definitely be shooting for that playoff spot this season.
I'm just here for Dataplet's emote game.
All right, on to Old Swagger Jackson, back for Season 3. We've got my boy Walther, we've got Magnificent, and we've got Kern, going to teach us some new tech. Let me know what you think about this team, Frostbite.
Again, another really solid team returning all the way back from Season 1. What can you say? They're a really good team. I think they've made the playoffs both years. I mean, that 9-5 record maybe doesn't look as hot as some of the other teams, but I think they had a really awful group last year. They're a really good team. Kern, one of the runners who probably knows more about the game than anybody else, and the other two are super solid as well. Lost to all of them lots of times.
Yeah, for sure. Another team that can be really scary. Next up, we've got a brand new team, Shack Tools Digging Game, Hitka, OC 101, and Asder, new to the league. What? Where have these guys been? And are they going to take over the league, Dante?
I wouldn't be too surprised. This is a team, when I saw the application or the, team submission come in, I just went, whoa. So that's a heck of a new team for Season 3. Hitaka's super good. All 3 of these guys, I guess, are basically super good at the crossover rando. To be good at that, you've got to be good at 2 games. And, Aussie putting on a show in the SG Live qualifiers. Asder is definitely not a name to sleep on either. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well these guys do. I kind of expect them to be near the top or maybe at the top of this division. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah,
that's a scary team when I saw they signed up. All right, we can skip past the next team and just go to WJPTDDP, right? Next up, we've got They Vetoed Our Acronym with previously, what were they called first season? 4K Fourth and Forehead. Then Farimi will give an interview if we win last season, just to confuse us all. Here they are back with They Vetoed Our Acronym. Korek Gem and the Joker Act the Boker. 14-0, undefeated last season's made the conference semifinals. Frostbite, tell me about these guys.
I mean, the interview got denied last year. Their acronym got denied this year. I think they're going to be angry. I think they're going to be hot. Can they improve on the 14-0 record? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I mean, obviously everyone knows these runners, and the logo is just an absolute mess, and I love it.
Yeah. That's 14-0. Gem just destroyed the SG final or the SG live qualifiers, so I wouldn't imagine much less from the league. Next up, in the final team of the Misery Mire division, we got WJPDTB back again with a new runner. We got Brewers fan JP in the name of DT replacing JTB and Willard J. Bradley. 10-4, made the division finals last season. Dante, tell me about these guys. New logo.
Yeah, I like the new logo. I like the new addition of DT. This team, was really good last season. And now, if you paid attention to how DT's been playing recently in those SG Live qualifiers, that was a solid addition to this team. Brewers fan and Willard J. Bradley, both really strong runners. And I'm looking forward also for these guys probably to be near the top of this.
I mean, in the name of the DT, he just destroyed the ladder last season, almost won season 2, and I don't want to say it's an upgrade from JTB, but I mean it's an upgrade from JTB. He's an amazing runner, so another team to be super scared of. Frostbite, who you like coming out of Misery Mire here?
I've just been staring at the names for the past minute, and I think. I mean, it's hard to vote against the vetoed our acronym, but I feel like Shaq Tool's digging game is going to come in hot.
Dante, what do you got?
Man, I've got 4 teams. That's probably going to be tight at the top. WJP, DTB, the long acronym that I couldn't even say. I had to use Windows to tell me what it was initially before we vetoed it. And, Shaq Tool's digging game, all 3 of them going to be, I think, hot up there at the top. I guess the 4th one, it's going to be tight for that. But man, it's hard to pick a clear-cut winner here.
I think to win the division, I still like they vetoed our acronym. I mean, they went 14-0 last season. 3 of the best runners in the game. It's hard to go past them as the top team. That's who I'd pick maybe winning, but I don't know. I mean, 2 and 3,
yeah,
it's totally up for grabs.
The thing is, you can't always in rando pick, the chalk, the number 1 seed, so to speak, if you want to even call it a 1 seed, because it's rando. So, this is why we play. We got to see who's going to win, but those are 3 I expect to be at the top of this one.
For sure. All right, our last division. Let's take a look at Skull Woods. We've got, to kick things off, the Fandrana Drifters, Megawatt, boy Frostbite 3030, Jet 82. Dante, why don't you tell us about these clowns?
They're definitely some clowns. Jet won the last main tournament. Everyone loves pinging Megawatt, and Frostbite is some guy who I think plays Final Fantasy IV now, but or Free Enterprise, but I wouldn't sleep on them. They're definitely good. A team from all the way back from season 1, 13-1 last season. Amazing record. They made their conference finals. I think they actually went down against that team we were just talking about. They vetoed our acronym. So yeah, this team, very stacked. I expect to see them to go pretty far as well.
Frostbite,
I think we actually we vetoed their acronym last year. I think we lost to someone else. If I might be wrong about that, but all I know is I give shout outs to us for winning the alphabet game with P. I know, right? That, yeah. Right? But I mean, I don't know. It's going to be super hard. I haven't been playing as much as Dante alluded to, and I know Jet's been super busy. I think he's got a new baby in the household as well, and and Megawatt just gets pinged day and night and can't practice. So we're in tough.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that I have to play this season. All right, next up, we've got CLW, NAB, Swerve, Pika Pals, went 10-4, made the semifinals, the conference semifinals, excuse me. Strong team here. Frostbite, can you give us a little information on these guys?
I don't even know if I can look past the logo. Like, I mean, obviously, we're aware that they've been better. I'm less familiar with Nabs. I remember saying that exact same thing last time, and then he played really well, which wasn't surprising, given that he was teamed with Swerve and Pika. But the logo is great, and yeah, I mean, they're going to be a really tough team. They did well last year, unsurprisingly, and yeah, it's going to be a really tough team to beat. And Pika Pals has been really hot lately too, I feel.
All right, next up, we've got Spherefinity, GFE, Sabotender, P-Train, 8-6 last year, but did miss the playoffs. I feel like this is a team that's going to come out and say, hey, that was a mistake last year. We're coming for you. Dante, what do you think?
Man, this team has so much like they can be hungry for. Season 1, I think they barely missed playoffs by 1 game. Season 2, I think basically was the same story. So I expect these guys to be hungry for it. All of them have been playing well recently. So, I mean, what do you expect? There's going to be some greatness coming out of this team, I think.
Yeah, I expect big things from them. A team that I don't expect much from is our next team, and that's Team Kappa with 1UP, myself, and Gamachu. Made the finals last year. Took it to Game 5, but couldn't. Gamma just, I guess, blew it. I'll blame it all on him. Frostbite, tell me what you think about Team Kappa.
Fear, showing his true team captaincy right there. I mean, Team Kappa, obviously a good team. Gamachu and 1UP and Fear himself are really good runners. They're putting up a lot of good co-op times, I've been noticing. I think I'm just here to break the news. So you see the establishment date, then you see the picture. We are hearing out today for the first time that Fear Agent is not a man, but he is in fact a 52-year-old monkey cleverly portraying a man on the internet. And I don't know what I'm going to say when I lose to an octogenarian monkey. What's the word for 50? I don't know. But yeah, this team is really stacked. And Fear throwing Gamachu under the bus like he didn't carry his lazy behind all the way through the league last year.
No, hey, do you know who? Okay, so you see that 13-1 record. Do you know who the 1 was last season?
It was Gamma, right?
That was Gamachu. That's correct. All right. My boy, I'm totally playing. Gamachu's the best. We would have totally crapped out if it wasn't for Gamma. So big shout outs to that guy. Next up, we've got the Immortals back for season 3 with Duke Firebird, Roach 788, and Julo Ninja 9-5. Just missed the playoffs. Dante, what do you think?
Man, imagine missing playoffs with a 9-5 record. I'd be so mad. Like. That's a pretty high up there record. I think it was on a tiebreaker too, if I'm recalling that correctly. I could be wrong, but 3 names that have been in this community, I think, for quite some time, and made a name for themselves. In my opinion, they're all 3 really good, and I do expect to see some great things out of them.
Next up, we've got Tao Roomies, Jamie Sher, Artie Walsh, and Hazuki. Went 10-4 last season and made the division semifinals. Frostbite, break it down for us.
Yeah, I think they overachieved. I'm not sure it's the right word, but I don't think they expected to go as far as they did last year. I know Misha and Walsh are probably a little more experienced than Hazakitty, but yeah, I mean, as they showed last year, if you can, navigate the league in the right way, and I know that Hazakitty ended up being one of the absolute best pilots in the Spoiler Key Sanity week, and they crushed that week, and they did a really good job. I'm not taking them for granted. I think they were in our division last year and put up some tough matches against us, and I'm sure they're going to do well again as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary team for sure. Next up, we've got the Waffle House Drive-Thru, new Season 3 team, and maybe the scariest of the new Season 3 teams, which is saying a lot because some of these new Season 3 teams have been really scary. But you got Matt 7898, you've got Salty Fry, who's now joining the league, another one of my favorite runners, and Didi Demolisher, who's really been making a name for himself, especially on the ladder. Dante, what do you think about Waffle House Drive-Thru? I mean, the logo's great, right?
I love the logo. I love the team name, and all 3 of these guys, super good players. I mean, we sound like a broken record. All these new teams that are forming up that are in the Invitational, they're in the Invitational for a reason. And I mean, this is slated to be one of the teams to watch out for, I feel like. So, we'll just see where those items pop up for them throughout the matches, I guess. Maybe they could borrow some of Team Kappa's luck, but, they may not even need it, though. We'll see.
I feel like Matt and Salty Fry, if you're in the community for a long time, you know how good they are. They're not like big streamers, though. They just go out and win and win and win, and that's what really makes them scary. So,
yeah, I don't know if D-Demolisher is Canadian, but I know Matt and Salty Fry are, so I got a big rooting interest in these guys for sure.
Yeah. All right, our last team in the Skullwoods and last team overall, the U is back. Wu-Tang Clan, Apathy Duck, Emo Sorrow, Solsky, 9-5, made the division semifinals. Frostbite, break it down. With a push to talk on.
Yeah, I gotta push the talk. Yeah, I know, I'm smart. I love this team name, man. What can you say? They're really good runners. Everyone knows Apathy, Emo, and Solsky. The logo has just improved this year. I'm getting my glasses. Does that say Sharks Suck in the bottom of it? I have no idea. Is that like a West Side Story reference? Is that what they're going for on here? I have no clue what's going on. But this is going to be a super, super powerful team again. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them do really well.
All right, Dante, who you got coming out of the Skullwoods division?
Man, you know how tough this division is to pick. I kind of, for three teams to come out of here, I kind of want to say Waffle House Drive-Thru. I think Wu-Tang Clan wants to go head and shoulders above everybody else. And I'm sorry, Fear, but I got to go with Findrana for team number 3. It's going to be a tight fight at the top, though. It's going to be super exciting.
Frost, who you got?
Yeah, I'm not going to pick myself, so I feel like Fear's Team Kappa, and then the Waffle House Drive-Thru are probably going to be in there, and then I think like somewhere between Seal, Sphere, and Wu-Tang will be brawling it out. But no, this is going to be really rough. One thing I've made note is you're going to not see a lot of 9-5. That'll probably be the good records, I would feel like, at the end of this year, as opposed to the 14-0s and 13-1s and whatnot. I think those are going to really go down. But yeah, I mean, I look at this and I don't feel like there's a guaranteed. Last season with the being so many teams and there are new runners against super experienced runners, you could look at some weeks and you could with a really high level of confidence pick the winner of that week. And I just don't think that that's the case, even in the open division, but certainly not in the invitational division this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. We got Team Kappa, right? Like, no respect. Number 2 overall last season. We're coming for you. All right. So that's going to do it for our divisions. The ALTTPR League.com website is now live. It's going to have all this information. It's been completely revamped, remade, redone by Sigma. It's excellent. Check it out. It might take a minute to load. There's more stuff coming. There'll be team pages and some live pages. So it's not completely finished, but all of the teams, all of the divisions, all of the schedule is going to be available on ALTTPRleague.com, which is live right now. Next Sunday, October 18th, 4 p.m. Eastern, we've got the Season 2 team, Team Kappa, taking on Sphere Affinity here on SpeedGaming. And then week 1, Monday, October 9th, everything begins. And as soon as this is over, everyone's going to get their roles. And you can start scheduling your matches for Monday, October 19th. So come back next Sunday, October 18th at 4 p.m. Eastern for our season kickoff, Team Kappa, Sphere Affinity. It's going to be good. Dante, Frostbite, any last thoughts?
Just as always, a huge shout out to Fear for beginning this, boulder rolling down the hill. I'm glad you mentioned T Sigma because, like you said, he's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes that doesn't necessarily get shouted out. And just a general shout out to the general mods when it comes to the non-playing mods, the commentary mods, or whatever admins you want to call them. And just a huge shout out to everyone behind the scenes putting this on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this season quite a bit. Really looking forward to utilizing our tiebreaker policy to like the 50th level or whatever, because that's probably what we're going to be dealing with, right, Fear?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I remember when the divisions got made and I looked at them and I think, oh wow, this division's stacked. I can't wait to see the next one. And oh, this division's stacked. I can't wait to see the next one. And it's like, how do you pick a winner out of all this? Every division is a stacked division now. So it's going to be hype. It's going to be huge. You can catch it all here on SpeedGaming. We're going to be restreaming as many matches as we can for the Invitational. Some of the open matches will be on the League channel, so you can check those out as well. Make sure you join our Discord. Big shout outs again to all the admins and the mods for making this happen so quickly. We weren't planning on running Season 3 this year, and somehow it's happening. So big shout outs to them. Again, shout outs to Sigma for making the website. Shout outs to Lamaga for helping me put together this presentation for today. Frostbite and Dante, thank you so much for joining me today on this big reveal stream. And I just want to say good luck to everyone. I hope you all have fun in Season 3, and we'll see you next week, Sunday, October 18th, 4 p.m. Eastern, Team Kappa, Sphere Affinity. Let's kick this off. Let's have a great season. Bye, everybody.